Namaste. Namaste. Greetings, peace and blessings. Shalom. Waza. Magic LaCroix here. Hopefully, y'all are having a great day today. Most of the country has been plunged into an Arctic blast. So I hope you're being safe. I hope you're being warm. Um, just a few tips before I even continue. Um, Cayenne pepper is good, whether you want to take the pills or you want to put like a quarter of a teaspoon in a full 8-ounce glass of water. That will heat you up. Cayenne pepper pills. You take one like 3 times a day, stay warm. Your body heats up normally, naturally, I should say. Um, what else? You can oil or put Vaseline your feet down and, you know, put your socks on, keep your feet warm. Uh, ginseng. Ginseng also will heat you up, keep your blood flowing, keep your blood pressure good. You know, anything like peppers, onions, shit like that, you can use as an alternative to burning a whole lot of electricity um, to heat yourself up. As far as the house goes, if you don't want to pay a lot on your heating bills, what you can do is use space heaters, or you can use a makeshift little space heater with bricks and uh, what's it called? One of those pots. What's the uh, damn it? Ceramic pots, and you can put tea lights on the bricks. Put the ceramic pot over the top. Voila, makeshift space heater. So there's plenty of tips that you can use. We prepare for the worst. I think we still have PTSD from that last winter storm, which happened 3 years ago now. And they say after this one passed, because it's supposed to heat up here in Texas, they say that something else is coming. So I don't think this is the last of it. I think this was a mini test run, even though I think what happened to us in Texas 3 years ago was the test run for the rest of the country. Remember, it only happened in Texas that time. You know what I'm saying? So, these folks are always fucking with the weather, fucking with HARP. And just you stay prepared. You don't have to be prepared. What's up? Grand Tuesday afternoon, Magic LaCroix, Magic LaQuizzle. Um, what's going on, people? I am wearing my Eagles jersey. Yes, we lost, but I expected it. I truly, truly, truly expected us to lose. So I'm not mad about it. What I was really grateful for was the Dallas loss first. That's how much I hate that team. So that lessens the blow, even though I knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? Peace, peace, Katrina. Namaste. What's going on, Tosh? Peace, Kunami. What's going on, people? What's going on? Of course, also exercise. Of course, if you exercise, warmth. But the main thing is to put your body in its natural state so that you can stay warm, and so you won't have to, put your heat up so high. See what I'm saying? Of course, liquor helps. um, I make a tincture with of Amanita muscaria. So I use liquor for that. So when I take the tincture, I notice my body gets slightly, even though it's a little bit, it's just a dropper full. Still, it was steeped in vodka, and I did one with rum. So if you're on my friends list on Facebook, you saw that I asked, what's considered top shelf vodka? Because I don't drink. So yeah, some people would drink alcohol, and that's why you see a lot of times, to be honest, um, homeless men drinking a lot of alcohol. Some of that is to stay warm. Sad but true. Okay. Not making excuses for anyone, or making light of their situation either. But if you saw the playoff games, because yeah, I am still very much a fan of football. I used to play when I was younger and in the military. You know that all of these are rituals. And knowing that, I still get to enjoy the game. Okay. Remember Magic Lacroix, Magic of the Crossroads, 1 foot in the spiritual, 1 foot in the mundane. And football definitely is a mundane, but it is one of their biggest rituals of the year, every year. Okay. Every year. But me and Konami was talking earlier, you know, um, humiliation, because last year when we went to the Super Bowl, one of our key players went to an interview with a blouse on, a female blouse. Don't give me that shit about, gender neutral bullshit. It was a feminine blouse he was wearing. Once I saw that, I'm like, okay, we gonna lose. I was hoping I was wrong, but I was right. And plus, little clues that they throw out there, I think, who was it? The Weekend last year was the halftime show, and he had a bunch of people in red. He was the only one in white or something like that. Or they had white masks on. So the Kansas City Chiefs, their colors is red. So I took that like, okay, they're giving it to Kansas City. Voila, they caught it. I'm not deep into gematria like Konami is and some of the other people on my Facebook page, but that's not my niche. And I know that. I don't go deep into it. I know just enough to be aware of what I'm looking at. Okay. Same thing with the Eagles this year. We played horrible the whole year, and then yesterday is just like a clown show. You know, they acted like you can tell they were throwing the game. At least I could. They act like all of a sudden they don't know how to tackle. It's a fundamental thing that you learn when you play football. See what I'm saying? So these scripts get millions of people involved in their emotions. And so they use that. These so-called elites, they use that, okay, for their benefit. All right, I've been rambling. What's up, the occult college? What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Oh, New York. New York is getting slammed right now, isn't it? What's up, Sharon? Precious cowboy fan pain. Right. Hello, Sasha Fox. Symbolism screams while they haven't said a word, not at all. You know what I mean? I can't barely see a comment there. Anyway, this is magic that they use for their benefits, to keep themselves rich and in control and at the top of the food chain. So I mean, it's a shame that some people still don't believe in any of it. That's perfectly fine. My message is for those who are in the know, who are on the same vibration and the same frequency. Okay, that should cover that. I think I will invest in a wood burning stove this summer. Oh, more tips then. Okay, you can get a little portable stove. We have one of those with a butane, but you can't use it on the inside. So I'm not going to give that tip. You use that more for camping. It's a portable stove, but that last winter storm, we was trying everything. We survived, but it was a very uncomfortable 4 days of no power. All right. The only thing we had was water and we had the internet and we had our wits. Both of us was in the military. We were prepared, but not fully prepared. Okay. We didn't expect that. We got caught with our pants down. But this time around, the power can go out and we be good as far as food, candles, sternos. We have a grill. We have a gas grill. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Don't forget The Art of Shinku. If you don't have that book, you can ask for it. I will give it to you. Nothing but survival tips. Okay. I'm not sure if this is the year that everything happens, but you'll notice the narrative. A lot of people saying the truth's going to come out. That's why Cat did this, blah, 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 blah. Controlled opposition. Keep that in mind too. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the host in the room. Peace, Golden 85. What's going on? Don't forget, people, on the way in, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Helps me out, you know. Yeah. So the uncomfortable conversation continues. The uncomfortable conversation continues. If you are easily offended, or if you think I'm racist, or, you know, I'm not apologizing for what I say, but you might want to leave now because I'm just continuing from the last line. You know, racism is something that people want us to forget. They want, how can we forget something that's still going on? Okay. Did y'all know that there are still sundown towns? Those still exist. Okay. People like to throw out the narrative that racism is a thing in the past. No, it's not. It's alive, well, and kicking. It has evolved. All right. That's why I push Magick so much on my viewers, because I think it's necessary to protect yourselves and your loved ones. Okay. Yes, sundown towns still exists. All right. What this means is if you're caught after sundown, all bets are off. You get a possibility you getting killed. Right? Getting killed. If you are melanin rich, or should I say copper color. All right. So how are we supposed to forget racism and it still goes on? You know, um, you can still travel around the world and experience racism as a copper colored person. It's a global phenomenon, like I said before, a worldwide phenomenon, right? How did it get that way? How was this perpetrated throughout the world? How? Okay. Especially if you know history, the Moors conquered the entire world. Okay. The entire world. This is a fact, not my opinion. All right. Speaking of racism, the father of Western occultism is Pascal Beverly Randolph. I've spoken about him. Bobby's spoken about him. Azazel has spoken about him. Anybody worth listening to has spoken about this man, who is still not really well known, right? Um, Everything that we know about sex magic and the Theosophy group from Madame Blavatsky, they kind of have stolen his work. Of course, no one will acknowledge this. All right. Um, so I was looking. Um, One person who is dry as hell, but I gotta give him props, is Asir, the Duke of Tears. The reason he's dry and seemingly boring is because all of his information is historical. Right? It's historical. Historical facts tend to bore people. It's not entertaining. Right? Asir put out a 9-minute video on YouTube on Pascal Beverly Randolph. I suggest y'all all watch it. Okay. I went to, after watching this particular video, I went to Amazon to look up the book that he suggested. Now, I saw one of the reviews, and here was what one of the very first review, the very first review said this. Author, he gives it a 5 stars, but at the same time, author and book are wrong to describe Randolph as a black man. In general, this book is an excellent biography of Randolph and his writings and his part in the early history of spiritualism and occultism during the third quarter of the 19th century. However, the author and the book are wrong to describe Randolph as a black man. Randolph is quoted as describing himself as tawny, and other people describe him as a light-skinned mulatto and having a slight taint of African blood. Randolph denied having any Central African blood. He described his father as a white Virginian, Randolph, and Pascal Randolph's mother as having mostly New England ancestry, and a grandmother who was the Queen of Madagascar. This apparently makes his mother as 1/4 colored and would make Randolph as 1/8 color. And Randolph's photograph on the book cover does not appear to be a photograph of a black man. However, it seems that some 19th century Americans acted as if Randolph was a free black man, despite his light colored skin before and after the Civil War. As far as Randolph being described as a Rosicrucian, it is not 17th century Rosicrucian, but instead is unclearly defined. And Randolph as a self-identified Rosicrucian as a forerunner of earlier 20th century Rosicrucianism and occultism. So let me go ahead and Dora pause. Dora pause. You can take and you can look up the significant contributions of melanin rich people throughout history. And you will almost always, I've done it. I did it as an experiment to myself. You almost always, you will find a Caucasian who will come in there to discredit whatever it is they accomplished. Pascal Beverly Randolph was a black man. He was a copper-colored black man. Got him? He was. He was Lincoln's spiritual advisor. You won't hear about that. If this isn't racism, then what is it? You know what I mean? Everything that we have contributed to society is pushed aside and made to look like Caucasians did. Again, not my opinion. This is a fact, y'all. It's a fact. It is time, past time, that we address the big old fat elephant in the room. All right, but before I go further, let me see what y'all saying here. I would love to have that book, please. Sasha Fox, you know how to get in touch with me? Please email me and remind me. Peace, Magic, one number. Oh, what's up, Brother Moore? I hear about them out here in Georgia, but I ain't came across them yet. Oh, you're talking about the Sundown Town. But I feel like some spots you don't need to be around in them areas after dark. They utilize the police. H.B. Blavatsky was at him heavy. I feel like Asir be dry sometimes, but C. Freeman L's drier. They both are dry, to be honest. I still listen to him too. C. Freeman L is funny, especially when he gets mad. Yes, he's a so-called black man. Tawny is also indigenous associated. We know what these terms mean, y'all. Peace and blessings, elegant granny. Peace and blessings, sister moon feather, and namaste to the mooniverse. They made Dr. Strange white. Sister Righteous says, however, guess who Dr. Strange was based on? Pascal Beverly Randolph. Okay. Why the whitewashing? Because simple. It's real simple. Someone has to be at the top. Someone has to be at the bottom. That's the way it always has been. That's the way it wish they're trying to keep it. Okay. It is what it is. But this is why I stress to y'all to learn magic. my anti-racism charm, I don't expect you to take that charm and then go to a sundown town. No, don't be foolish like that. Don't put yourself in a situation like that trying to test Magic. That's the wrong thing to do and the wrong way to go about it, testing Magick. Don't do that. Okay. And for anybody who's watching this, I did not suggest that anyone goes to a sundown town with magical protection to see what happens. Disclaimer. All right. So now I got that out the way. In Watchmen, not the series, but the movie, Dr. Manhattan says something very, very profound. He said, I can change almost anything, but I cannot change human nature. Here's the most powerful being in the universe, and he chose to exile himself on Mars, on a different planet. He got sick of humans. He can't change human nature. Okay? Is it our nature to be racist? Is it our nature? Is it our nature to be prejudiced towards each other? I don't know. That's subjective. Okay? Racism, I said, is a cult. It is a program. All right? There's not been a single time in history that you've seen a group of melanated men hanging or lynching a white man. If you can find me a picture of that or some evidence, I will come back here and eat humble ass crow. If you can do that for me. Okay? Anybody who disagrees with me. There's no such thing as a sundown town where Caucasians will be in trouble if they're after dark. There is no such thing as melanin rich people making laws like Jim Crow to keep certain colors away, out of businesses, out of jobs, out of owning land. And the FBI put out data, and here's that more of that controlled opposition. They put out data that the KKK, the Klan, infiltrated all aspects of society. Police, the law, lawyers, judges, doctors. Okay? You can look that up. So how do you fight a system where the people you're fighting is in all the important parts of society? How? Okay? Lovecraft Country kind of gave you a clue, right? If you notice Lovecraft Country, all the monsters, they weren't eating and killing the copper-colored people. They weren't doing that. I suggest you watch it again if you didn't catch it the first time. You got to see Benedict Cumberbatch in the Book of Clarence. The Book of Clarence, me and Konami was talking about this earlier. Religion has gotten us so fucked up that we don't want to see. We can't fathom the idea of a melanin-rich person, Jesus. Okay? Christians can't get that out of their head. You know what I mean? They cannot get that out of their head. Even though it's poking fun at some things. Most Black people I know didn't want to see it. Why is that? The programming is so complete there. The goatee is the signature feature. Absolutely. Absolutely. Peace, Caribbean Grimoire. What's going on, brother? Yes, I said that to Righteous when we seen it in the theater. Like, there has to be some sort of connection between him portraying Doctor Strange and being in the Book of Clarence. I feel like there needs a blanket of magic to correct the years of racism and cultural appropriation inflicted on brown people. I totally agree with you. But the thing is, we are so programmed to steer away from Magick. You know, Bobby Hemmett, I applaud that brother because it was him. Because I think Azazel was so galactic that people really didn't pay him any attention. But I think Bobby was more instrumental in reaching the masses about their own power and occult technology in general. We can never thank Bobby Hemmett enough. We can never thank him enough for bringing this information to us. Okay? Can never thank him enough. So I agree with you, Sister Righteous. It's our nature. It's our nature to generally be idiots. Indeed, fear of a black messiah. How about that? It's our nature to be competitive, and race as a social construct is a pure concentration of tribalism. Everyone practices tribalism except black people. We would rather laugh and make jokes. Excellent, Tosh. Excellent. Thank you for that. Y'all see what Hello Hey said? She is absolutely correct. Just like in Watchmen, remember they all in the groups too. Right. In Watchmen, I think this is so profound of them to, I think, like I said before, it's a feeble attempt to correct the imagery and to correct past wrongs by including us in so many commercials and TV shows and all that. I say, yeah, but what about the head start that Caucasians were given by the fucking government? What about the head start they got? What about that? Fuck the imagery, you know. That's all well and fine because while the focus on Tulsa, Oklahoma, they know black people wasn't going to read more of those kinds of actions that happen all over the country. See what I'm saying? So it's a nice gesture, but believe me, Caucasians have a problem with it. They have a problem with Idris Elba playing 007 and the Little Mermaid now being a black character. They have a problem with all that shit. You know what I mean? But let there be a movie or series about black people in Egypt, which is historically correct, and they have a major problem. They don't have a problem with gods and kings of Egypt being an all Caucasian cat. They don't have a single problem with that. Okay? They don't have a single problem with that. One time, they don't. Now, I'm not picking on them. I'm just saying things how they are. I'm not picking on Caucasians. That's not what I'm doing. And I'm not racist, even though people will look at this as kind of deem me racist, but that's not the case. Pointing out facts can't be racist. Come on. The only thing I may steer someone to do some research, but I am not perpetuating racism. I don't have that power. Okay? Racism is the power to use your prejudices to, how am I saying this? To affect people's lives. Okay? I don't have the power to gentrify an entire neighborhood. I don't have that power. That's racism. All right. There was a time one of my friends was having a problem, a woman. I ain't gonna say her name because I think she's gonna be here soon. She was having a problem in this voodoo group on Facebook, and she wanted my help. She was being ganged up on voodoo. I'm like, okay, I'm there. I stopped what I was doing to go jump in that group. It's called Voodoo, Voodoo, Voodoo. And the group was spelled VOODOO, then VODOU, then VOUDON. So it's voodoo spelled 3 times. All Caucasians. All Caucasians. The very first thing that happened when I got in that group, someone said to me, as soon as I got in there, someone said to me, "Get out, nigger." I was like, whoa, okay. Then I proceeded to argue. Not going to get away with that. And who are the people who actually, I don't want to use the word appropriate, but we're the only ones whose cultures come from ancestors who look like us that everybody now says belongs to everybody. Not my opinion, y'all. Not my opinion. COINTELPRO, indeed, exactly. Magic is how we fight, exactly. Hydra in real life. More, that was them telling us how much they listened, plus his sacrifice for adopting that persona. Right. Yeah, that's true. Was a lot of people arguing, saying the movie was a mockery of God. It was very entertaining. They did, I remember that argument about Idris being 007. Yep. A spell to make them accept gracefully. But the thing is, one single occultist is not going to affect change like that. All right. One single uh, me, for example, even though I'm an adept, I will be fighting more against my own people, so to speak, than fighting other people. I can change almost anything, but I cannot change human nature. All right. I'm not sure if I went into this last time. Um, I'm looking to see where I stopped in this particular book. I think it was somewhere around here. MTV's anti-white agenda. Remember the book that I suggested to y'all, Hollywood Propaganda? Um, is that where I stopped? Can somebody help me out, please? I don't know where I stopped at. Nobody who has black friends. Remember this guy who wrote this book, Hollywood Propaganda. Good information. Okay. Is he racist? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. But he is giving information based on his conservative perspective, and he is a Caucasian. So, of course, his viewpoints reflect that of him and his people and his culture, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Just so that you're aware of the information that you're getting comes from that perspective. He has a lot of great points in this book. A lot. I can't suggest this book enough. MTV's anti-white agenda. In 2015, they aired a documentary titled White People that was hosted by a homosexual illegal alien. Notice how he described him, named Jose Antonio Vargas, who traveled around America, shaming white people about their privilege and lecturing them for not being concerned enough about minorities. Nobody who has black friends said they have black friends, and just because you have black friends doesn't mean you're not racist. You can be racist with black friends, says another. Look, guy, we know nobody's perfect, but honestly, you can do a little better. 2017. I meant to do this one right here. The usual complaints about Halloween costumes being cultural appropriation and thus offensive have also been covered. Each week for several years, beginning in 2015, the show would release a new episode where the host found more problems to blame on white people or ways white people are supposedly being racist. He has a point. He does have a point because, like I said last week, you can't blame every white person you see of being racist. That's not smart. It's not smart because that's not the case. I told you, it's a small amount of people who make sure that racism is perpetuated, though. That's what the real issue is. Okay? I told you, the average Caucasian walk around does not have the power to be racist to you. They can be prejudiced towards you, sure. Okay? That's probably, like Tosh said, tribalism. And that is human nature. Okay? What you think, does it really matter anymore when we live so many lives from incarnation to incarnation? We change race and creed and even gender so many past lives. I'm not laughing at you, Caribbean Grimoire. My eyes went directly to Brother Moore's comment. He said, Mark Dice is grand racist for maybe. We can't, but we can blame Mark Dice. Sarcasm. I get it. I get it. I get it. You know, name another time in history where where an atlas or a map had to be created for Caucasian to simply travel around the country safely. Does it exist? Does it? Was there a manual that actually became very popular that we actually had to read to see where we could travel safely, to see how racist a location was? I only know one group of people that had to have that for their safety. Just pointing out historical things. That's all. That's all I'm doing here. But like I said, there's a rich, powerful group of people who control all of this shit. It's not the average white person. All right. They show you everything in movies, like I'm always saying. Look at the movie Trading Places. That's a perfect example on a microscopic level. They want to see how somebody's lives would turn out. One said that we were inherently criminal and we were born that way. The other one said it's an example and it's a product of environment. And so they bet on it. Okay. And look what happened in Trading Places. That's the very first example that I thought of yesterday. When I said I was going to continue this topic, that's the very first thing I thought, Trading Places. Okay. You have another one that stars Ice-T. It's called Surviving the Game, where rich people go way out in the woods, way out, far away. So far, you had to take a helicopter to get there and hunt humans for sport. For sport. Now, Azazel and his comic book pointed this out and said this still goes on. Okay. It said this still goes on. Is this really hard to believe? That this is what these rich elite people do? They'll put out a certain program and see people's reaction to it. So as you, as being part of the minority, the real minority, the elites, the spiritualists, the occultists, the sorcerers, you who vibrate on a higher level have to discern, one of my favorite words, discern when that's happening, which is all the fucking time. Okay? All the time. You can go to any Yahoo article and see that they still call melanin people the 13% or minority. There's certain words they use, or thug. They use thug a lot to describe us. And we don't make it no better because we do stupid shit, right? Case in point. Case in motherfucking point. I saved this just for y'all. Where did it go? Let's see. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. And I'm pretty sure it was Katrina who sent it to me. Katrina, you is the shit when it comes to sending me stuff. So you, Konami, sent me some stuff. Can't get to all of it, but I can get to most of it, I think. They catch us doing stupid shit and then broadcast it. It goes viral. Or it's not even viral. It just goes and a lot of people see it. Okay. I guess I don't have it. Damn it. It was a clip where people were acting real ghetto and snatching something out of a department store. I guess it wasn't Katrina. Maybe it was Konami. One of y'all sent it to me. I'm trying to get to it. Let me see. Let me see. Damn it. I might not have it, y'all. While I talked it up, or was it Brother Moore who sent it to me? This is why we do stupid shit or something. Save. Nope, that ain't it. Someone sent it to me recently. Damn it. I can't think of who sent it to me, y'all. If I find it, I'll talk about it some other time. Okay, but it is a video of these people. Tell the young people, for one, their pants hanging off their ass and they wearing masks and they just snatching clothes and sneakers. But back to you, Caribbean Grimoire. What you think, does it really matter anymore? We live so many lives. Yeah, but you have, while you're incarnated here, this is my thought. While you're incarnated here, live your life, live your best life. And how can you live your life if you're living uncomfortably? Okay, how? All right. Oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to go to another life anyway. I don't think there's productivity in that way of thinking. Not saying you think like that, but I think of living now on this earth now, where I am now, and you should be living your best life now. That's my answer to that. Green books. Yup. Closest thing would be the Lewis and Clark exploration, telling their others where we weren't. Yeah. How about that? Ice-T's name was Mason in that movie. His name was Mason. Yes. Thank you. Yes. What's up, Sammy? Greetings. Tosh, you sent that one to me? I think it was you, Tosh. I think. Give me a second. And you know what? It was you, I think. But I can't. I think Tosh sent it to me, y'all, but I'm having a hard time finding it. I thought I saved it for this occasion. I think I found it. Thank you, Tosh. It was Tosh. And they say
we have stereotypes
for a reason.
We have stereotypes.
Check this out. Tosh, thank you. I'm glad you said something.
Yeah. This this not only has a negative impact on the store, it has a negative impact on other black people. You say everybody stop and looking, you know what they're thinking. Look at these niggas. So when I get stereotyped by a cop, I understand where they come from, because I represent a race that's crazy. I used to be undercover security. I used to say, yeah, got me a Negro here. Sometimes when I see them Negroes come in, I look the other way. Sometimes I'll be like, I see a pack of niggas? Tell about these people like they wolves. A pack of niggas. Foaming at the mouth. We have stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah,
they don't even cover
Scaring
their
the
face.
over here.
Yeah.
So that was that video. Okay. And they have a habit of blaming all of us for the actions of a few. This is something that has been perpetuated for years. Okay? For years. Thieves, number of baby mamas, deadbeat dads, you know. All we wanted to do was rape white women. This has been going on forever. You know, how did that happen? How is it that we're looked at based on the actions of a few? All of us are guilty by association. It only happens with us. Only happens with copper colored people. You know what I mean? This was in California. I'm not sure where that was. I'm not sure, but and I looked at it, I'm like, are they still in the sneakers? And you know, story time. When I was in high school, we used to have this thing called the Greek Fest, downtown Philadelphia. It started in Benjamin Franklin Parkway, where the art museum and the library was at. Big park, big like section. Every time after whatever festivities went on, every single time niggas would go downtown, which wasn't that far away, and start looting the stores for no fucking reason. For no reason. Okay? For no reason, y'all. So, yes, we do perpetuate some of those stereotypes, but it's not all of us, you know? And people who are in close proximity of each other commit crimes against each other. That is a fact. Asians commit crimes against other Asians. Surprise, surprise. Did I talk about Jonathan Majors last time? Somebody help me. Now, I've seen videos of those other people stealing, but they don't go viral like we do. My whole point, we go viral. Why is that? You know why it is. Who controls what goes viral? Something similar happened in Kansas City. Wow. Kansas City, I hear that. We're the ones who go viral. That is for a reason. That is on purpose. Like I said, somebody has to be at the top. Somebody has to be at the bottom. Somebody has to be the heroes. Somebody has to be the villains. Okay? And there's one group of people who make sure all of that keeps going. And so the cycle continues. Did I talk about Jonathan Majors, y'all? When I was talking about, did I talk about him crying on his interview? Made sure he was interviewed just like Gail did R. Kelly. You got these niggas crying and all in their feelings, right? What was his crime? He was running away from the white. But he still got charged, right? Oh, I did say something about him. Okay. So, yeah. His crime is fucking with a white woman. That was his crime. That was his real crime. Yeah. And I said that Tiger Woods also, when he cheated on Ennis, I think her name, not Ennis. What was her name? Begin with an E. Elsa. What was her name? Can't remember her name. Can't remember her name at all. It was I can't remember. But remember, I said that he apologized publicly. Now I'm thinking this is a domestic situation, right? The fuck are you apologizing for? That was my thought. Why are you apologizing? And why are you holding a press conference for it? He apologized for cheating. I'm just saying. Just saying. Jonathan Majors, too. They are humiliating the fuck out of him. They really are. Not just that. He's been shown, wearing some suspect shit. And who tucks in a hoodie? Who does that? He had his hoodie tucked in. Shit didn't even look right. But they are humiliating the fuck out of him. I'm willing to bet after all this humiliation, he'll be right back the way he was. Even though he was dropped from Marvel, they're going to make sure he jumps through hoops to get back the way he was. Okay? And I already explained what happened to me in one of those last corporate jobs I had. I already explained about that 500-pound white woman. I explained about that. That's one of those unspoken rules. You can choose to believe it or not. Did y'all see Ari Spears' suspect shit? Did y'all see that one? Yeah, I know. They humiliating these people. Yeah, they are. They are. They do it all the time. He was caught wearing a tucked-in hoodie. Yup, exactly. Peace, hip-hop elevation. What's up? He'll be back and better. Did y'all see Ari Spears? No? Did y'all not see Ari Spears? Wow. After that, I'm going to show you what Katrina sent me today. She's always sending me good shit. Official OG Beats. Damn. Now watch, I can't find this shit. Oh, I think I did find it. Oh, yeah, I did. I found it. Ari Spears, y'all. Check this out.
Only got one man, and this be my man. When I say my man, he really my man. Only got one man, and this be my man. When I say my man, he really my man.
The fuckery continues. It just continues. It continues. It continues. He'll be back in Marvel and better. Exactly. He's a complete shill. Major humiliation rounds going around. Exactly. He gonna go on that Nick Cannon apology tour. Exactly, Tosh. That man is compromised as fuck. He a happy gate henchman. He's not even a gatekeeper. Yeah, exactly, Katrina. They been got Ari Spears. Yeah, they did. They did. Pause. Yeah. What's up, Nate the Great? I didn't see you sneak in here. Ew, I can't even do a pause. All right. Elegant Granny. What's up? Sad that he okayed that behavior, but people will do what they do for crumbs, not even a full plate. And then some people like to point out certain Hollywood movies where they showcase white men doing this. No, 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 no. Not Mrs. Doubtfire. That was for a reason he dressed up. Not Tootsie. That was for a reason he did it. I'm just saying. They don't do it as often as we do it. That's just not how it goes. You know what I mean? And they taught, like Cat Williams said, he made it okay for a woman to put on a dress. Right? A man to put on a dress. And the sad part about that is that it still be the freaking Negroes who still don't see an agenda here. Oh, they're not emasculating. White people do it too. Whatever. Anything to keep us from being and appearing strong, masculine. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I just got into Westerns. I still watch them. I'm enjoying the hell out of them. You hardly see any brothers in these Westerns, right? That doesn't keep me from enjoying it. But the Westerns, I'm starting to wonder when they started phasing out masculinity, because the Westerns, the men were always masculine men. You know what I'm saying? Masculine men. And they acted like men, Me and Konami was having this conversation earlier also. The term cowboy was applied to us. In case you didn't know, we were cow hands and they called us boy, hence cowboy. Okay. They were called cattlemen. We were called cowboys until the term got popular. They took that too. I said what I said. Okay. There's only one group of people who appropriate everybody else's culture. Now, our magic, our occultism that comes from our culture is now meant for everybody. He goes in, Mike Dice does, in on, he goes in on the alphabet community. Okay. I wanted to go into this, it weighed heavily on me. I said, do I do this? Do I do this? Should I do this? Would it be productive if I did do it? And the way I would do it? I don't know. Maybe. They always go to all races had slaves. They always go to that. Okay. If someone comes at you with that, you should have some kind of a comeback for it. Okay. He says something very interesting here. He says, once whites are a minority in the United States, estimated to occur in 2045, will it then be okay to have a white entertainment channel like Black people have BET? I did this already. I'm sorry. I did this already. Let's not rehash it. We have all heard the rumors about Hollywood niggas. Rumors, those are coming out as facts now. I now accept thoughts of the multiverse and other realities, looking on things more galactic. That music video. Hey, Caribbean Grimoire, I am with you on that. Trust me, I am with you on that. Okay. My message is for everybody. Like, and you still, at the very least, though, at least be aware that is going on. I know you're aware of it, but how do you become, galactically knowledgeable when all this shit is going on around you? I do it, but I'm just saying, that's why I stress like anti-racism charm and attraction subliminals and just combating racism on every level that you can, but especially on the spiritual and magical level. Can nobody fuck with you if you're on that level? This is the level that Azazel was on. Azazel Bay was on this level. I'm striving still to be on that level. I'm pretty much there, but there's a reason that I felt I needed to have this conversation with y'all. Okay? I don't want anyone to misconstrue my message here. All right? It's not racist. It's informative, right? We all know niggas don't read anymore. And I'm not talking about y'all. They won't read beyond a meme. So that part is true. You want to hide something from a black man? Put it in a book. That part is fucking true, y'all. It is true. That's why I read every goddamn thing that I can every day. That's the only way I still watch any TV at all is because it's a Western. If it ain't a man, I ain't looking. That's what I'm talking. I don't argue with anybody. The programming is so deep that it takes untwisting on many levels to have a level combo. Right. I only speak with people like y'all. This is it. So you can imagine what kind of conversations that I don't have. When, like, on my bowling nights, they talk about religion and politics. Two subjects I always avoid. You know what I mean? Because you got to see past the surface shit. Once you see past the surface shit, everything else is easy. Everything. It is because spirit speaks through you, and it'll be an event that will prove your points made today. Just watch. That's not my goal, but let's see if you're right. I appreciate what you're saying. But yeah, it's a sad state of affairs that it still happens, but it does happen, y'all. All right. So with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap up this particular conversation. All right. We know it's there. How do you combat it? Okay. You still have to discern who's a magical teacher, who's an occult teacher, and who's just in this for money. You got to discern who's doing a real reading versus people who are just telling you what they think you want to hear. And I'm never going to do that. I just had to deliver a message that I really didn't want to, because I looked and I saw the cards and I was like, no fucking way. But I'm going to always tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth. TROOF, the truth. Sometimes my wife makes fun of me because I still have a Philly accent sometimes, but I've been here so long, it's pretty much gone. Unless you know certain words, like if I say John, and I said it the other day, I was like, whoa, I ain't said that in a long time. You pretty much would probably think I'm from Texas, but no, born and raised in Philadelphia. There's a clip by Cat Williams that I suggest. That's two that I've suggested to y'all today. Asir the Duke of Tears, that man is knowledgeable. You know, I think he's younger than me, but he's knowledgeable on Pascal Beverly Randolph. Listen to what he says about it. Okay. I'm at a point, though, I don't feel like I need to do your research for you. I can give you suggestions. It's up to you to follow up on it. And Cat Williams did a clip on dark matter. Now, people like myself have been speaking about this for years now. Years, y'all, years. We've been speaking about dark matter. Okay, it's not new. See what I'm saying? So you'll hear the narrative that the truth got to come out. 2024, the truth coming out. You're going to keep hearing this. I've been hearing it non-stop. See what I'm saying? We can change almost anything when it comes to magic. Magic is about affecting change, you know, within yourself and your environment, right? True spirituality makes you see things. It helps you to see things clearly and, you know, accurately. Okay. once you start ascending, things will start to click. And you'll wonder why. Why didn't I see this sooner? Okay. It's because you're not supposed to get everything all at once. Right? Who's real and who ain't? Yes, absolutely. Fam, the way 2024 is looking, we're not even a month out. And it's been war and conflict in almost every form of social media, music, and entertainment. Exactly. Gratitude for your time of wisdom. Asir is dope. His tool is called DA. Dark Matter Tour. Yeah, Dark Matter Tour. That's the name of, oh, that's the name of the tour. Okay. But there's a clip that I posted, or not posted, but there's a clip. I wouldn't have wrote it down otherwise, I promise. I wouldn't have wrote it down. I wrote it down for something. I guess I'll get to it next time. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be it for the racism conversation. You know, fight it or be a victim of it. You know what I mean? And the way you fight it is to know thyself. Man, know thyself. That's the only way you'll come out of it. Seriously. I don't experience racism. During this journey, it's been rare. It's been very rare. Okay. Not only do the spirits that I fuck with protect me, but when you are rising in your spirit and when you're ascending, something changes with your aura. Something changes with your aura. I'm gonna keep suggesting Lovecraft Country, because that shows you who's the gatekeeper of your own power, and it was appropriate. Okay, so with that being said, I just ended this like an hour ago. I am the one and only, the mystical, diabolical, indescribable, the magical, the sorceress, the inexplicable, the one and only Magick LaCroix. I will see y'all next time. Enjoy yourselves. Stay warm. Thanks for joining me. As always, as I greet you in peace.